Today is a very auspicious day, appearance day of Srila Bhaktivedanta Trivikram Goswami Maharaj, and also according to our maths calculation for Slovenia, we are fasting today for Mahadvadashi. Others, they were having yesterday Sattila Ekadashi. We are having today Mahadvadashi, that is Trisparsha Mahadvadashi, when three titis are together. It is most auspicious of all Mahadvadashis is this one, Trisparsha. So, on Ekadashi day, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he ordered Sanatana Goswami to write how devotees of pure devotion should observe Ekadashi, that is, by giving up all sinful activities, by giving up all enjoyment, by fasting of those items which are not allowed, and also with all good qualities, they have to remain near Krishna, that is through service. Most beneficial and most easy ways by chanting Krishna's names. In that way we can serve him with devotion. All good qualities means devotion, because in Bhagavatam it says, one who has devotion, he has all good qualities. If someone does not have devotion, then those so-called good qualities he may have are like ornaments on a dead body. They have no value. Because devotion, by serving Krishna, all are served, so it is beneficial for all, so it is all good. But if you miss this, then nothing can be good. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, by his own example, on Ekadashi or Mahadvadashi, he would gather all his personal associates, pure devotees, and they would do kirtan from early morning till end of night, whole day and night, without eating, sleeping and drinking, only chanting all the time. Because they are on that transcendental platform, they are tasting that nectar. For them that is possible. We should do as much as possible, as much as we can. Should try to increase on Ekadashi, chanting or other services. If we are in the temple or in house also, other services of Krishna we should try to increase. Then Krishna will be more pleased. On Ekadashi you will get 1,000,000 times more benefit. Also, today's appearance day of Srila Bhaktivedanta Trivikram Goswami Maharaj, one of the three most prominent disciples of Srila Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Goswami Maharaj, who is personal associate of Prabhupada. This Trivikram Maharaj, he was brought to the mat by another Prabhupada's disciple, that is Srila Madhusudan Goswami Maharaj. He was preaching in different places, so he brought him, and also Srila Narayan Maharaj, both. He brought to Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Goswami Maharaj, and Trivikram Maharaj, he fully surrendered, and very qualified person. He was doing all kinds of services, especially preaching and book publication, managing everything. Three were pillars of Gauriya Vedanta Samiti, that is Srila Bhaktivedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj, Bhaktivedanta Bhaman Goswami Maharaj, Bhaktivedanta Trivikram Goswami Maharaj, and good kirtan and very deep explanations, and he could see into the heart of other living entities, because when one has pure heart, then he can understand what is there. Clearly he can see. So you heard that he could recognize who is a Sahajiya, we heard. Then he could recognize that some devotees, they come to Vrindavan but with some desire to enjoy there. He could understand that and he would chastise. That is all out of compassion. And also we heard that he was not attached. He was serving in one temple for a long time as mat in charge. But then something happened and they told him that he should leave that place, and he did not complain or anything. He thought it is by the will of Krishna. Only he took his japa mala and went back and came to Navadip and was doing bhajan there. And I heard from that Damodar Maharaj that Trivikram Maharaj, when he was about to leave this world, then Damodar Maharaj told him, "You don't worry, Maharaj, I will preach everywhere about Krishna." Then Trivikram Maharaj smiled and he said, "What you will preach? Do you know how Krishna talks? Did you see how Krishna walks? Did you see how he plays his flute?" All this means he was speaking from realization, and that Damodar Maharaj could not answer, "No, I did not see." Then he said, "I will preach what I heard from Guru and Vaishnavas and Shastra." Then Trivikram Maharaj said, "Yes, that is okay, you do that, but you should know that now this is your stage and there is some superior stage also. That is direct realization. So we should not have false pride that we already attained the ultimate goal when we have not, but that does not mean that we cannot do anything. On our stage, we have to practice this, what we have heard from realized Guru, Vaishnava and Shastra, what we have heard, that we have to repeat for our own good. Shravan Kirtan is like water, to water on the Bhakti Lata beach, that seed of devotion, then it can grow. So this regularly we have to do. Hear about Krishna and speak about Krishna. Then automatically, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur told in Bhagavatam, automatically Smaran will come. Remembrance of Krishna or realization of Krishna automatically will come. And we have to do this Kirtan Bhakti. It is not delivering speech or trying to show how much I know more than you all, like this. No, it is Kirtan Bhakti. It is one kind of devotional forum. We have to speak about Krishna for his satisfaction. And if we speak for his satisfaction, we are giving ourselves eternal benefit, and by that also others can be benefited. But if there is any false vanity, false pride, that I know everything, now I'm teaching others, and forgetting name and fame, then that will not be devotion, and also we cannot awaken devotion in anyone else. So we have to practice according to our eligibility, qualification. So this all teaching Maharaj gave before this appearance. So also I can read something from him, from one his Harikatha, but I have to open 1 second. He was also expert cook and always doing his all services himself. He did not allow others to serve him, and he would serve all Vaishnavas. Also, I heard from Damodar Maharaj that he was expert homeopathic doctor, and he would serve devotees by that kind of treatment also. There is one Harikatha, well-wishers of the fallen, and he is explaining that how Narad once met that hunter, and you know the story. And then, if we contemplate the immense benediction this hunter was about to receive that day, by dint of some unknown spiritual merit, sukriti of his, we will become awestruck by his good fortune. In a past life, he certainly must have served a devotee of the Lord, or the Lord himself, perhaps without even knowing it. As a result, on that day, he was conversing with such an exalted devotee of the Lord as Sri Narad Goswami. Moreover, he was feeling genuinely inclined to serve him. Because of all this, he was soon to achieve ultimate auspiciousness. It is written in scripture, Brihad Naradiya Puran, Bhaktistu Bhagavad Bhakta Sangena Parijayate Satsanga Prapyate Pumbih Sukriter Purva Sanchite. Bhakti becomes manifest by the association of the pure devotees of Bhagavan, Sadhu Sangha. Such Sadhu Sangha is attained by the influence of previously accumulated spiritual merit, Sukriti. Before we sang this song, Shuddha Bhakata Charanarenu, Bhajana Anukul. If we can get the lotus feet off, means dust from the lotus feet of pure devotee, then we can become inclined to serve Krishna. We can become inclined for bhajan. And Bhakata Seva Paramasiddhi Premalati Karma. When we serve devotee, pure devotee, then that is the root of prema, and it is the highest perfection. It is beginning point, and also in spiritual world, in ultimate point, there also we have to serve devotees. That is main thing. Like we are in the service of Radharani. Then Sri Narad Goswami personally accepted this hunter's fate as his own responsibility, for the hunter had accumulated some spiritual merit. When the Yes, then you know that's I'm not reading everything because it is long. Harikatha. Narad asked why you are killing in such a way. Then he said, I'm getting such pleasure. Then Narad Goswami told him, all these creatures will also kill you, one birth after another, for the same reason. In the Vedas it has been said, Mahingsyat sarvani bhutani. No living entity should be made to suffer. There's no violence. Mahimsyat means no violence to any living entity. And Manu, the father of mankind, has similarly said, Mamsa khadati amutrayasya mamsam ida na ihad myaham. Whoever eats me, I shall later kill and take his flesh. This is animals, they are saying this. So then you know he surrendered to Narad, how I can be rescued. Then Narad said, if you will do what I tell you and maintain your trust in me, you can be delivered from the reactions of all your sins. And Hunter agreed. Then so in order to rescue the hunter from sensualistic life, Sri Narad ordered him to break his bow, which was the root of his futile pursuits, as well as the principal means of his livelihood. For a soul entangled in the clutches of anarthas, wealth causes far greater harm than high birth, erudition, or physical beauty. And one quotation is here from Bhagavatam. Nahyanyo jusato joshyan buddhi brahmsho rajoguna Srimadat abhijat tyadir yatra stridyutam asava. This is also by Narad Goswami in 10th canto. Of all temptations for enjoyment, the allure of becoming rich bewilders a man's intelligence even more than his physical beauty, high birth, or erudition. When an ignorant person is privileged with wealth, he squanders it indulging in wine, woman, and gambling. Also, Krishna says in 10th canto, Yasya ham anugrinani, no, Yasya ham anugrinami, harishya tad dhanam sanai, tato dhanam tyajan tyasya svajana dukha dukhitam. When I wish to show someone special favor, I slowly strip him of his wealth, means takes away. Eventually, his relatives and friends abandon him for being poverty-stricken. Thus he suffers one calamity after another. Chanting the holy names of Sri Bhagavan is the most beneficial spiritual path mankind can pursue. But the intoxication of wealth is a formidable obstruction on that path. Therefore, Sri Kunti Devi once said, Janmaishvarya Shruta Shribir Edamana Madah Puman Naivarha Tyabhi Dhatum Vai Tvam Akinchana Gocharam. You, means Krishna, are easily attainable for those who are exhausted with this mundane world. On the other hand, one who has become intoxicated by the four privileges of prestigious birth, wealth and luxury, erudition and physical beauty cannot approach you with true sincerity. Then, on account of all this, Sri Narad Goswami ordered the hunter to break his own bow, thus terminating his sinful method of earning a livelihood and encouraging him instead to adopt the life of a mendicant. That was the only way the hunter would be able to experience the Lord's kindness and to realize his own insignificance. As long as someone remains attached to forbidden, sinful activities, which are driven by passion and ignorance, his consciousness will never awaken to the reality of the sadhus, the scriptures, and the Lord. Yavat papaistu malinam hridayam tavat evahi na shastre satya buddhik syat sad buddhik sad guru tata. It is not written from where this is. It means, as long as one's heart is polluted by sin, his intelligence cannot have faith that the scriptures and Sadguru are real. In the matter of attaining one's eternal spiritual well-being, Paramartha, poverty is indeed favorable. Mundane prosperity and sensualism are never favorable in the life of a person practicing bhakti. And it will never suffice to simply feign spiritual realization, means fake, like pretend, spiritual realization and perfection. One must genuinely rise to the platform of spiritual realization. Material wealth and other temptations can never delude or intoxicate a Siddha Purusha or perfected soul, but if one who has not realized perfection attempts to mimic the behavior of a realized personality, it will only result in his own ruination. here also I remember, because in that case, when that wife and husband, they came to have darshan of Maharaj in Vrindavan, then he chastised very severely. You did not come with proper mood. You should come for the service of Krishna, not for enjoyment. Then he told, husband should sleep on one side of the bed, and in between there should be photo of Guru, and then on the other side wife will sleep in this way. Then they left. Then this Trivikram Maharaj asked Damodar Maharaj, do you know who is he? He said, I don't know. Then he said, he's a crorepati, means one who has billions of money, very rich person. And then Trivikram Maharaj said, why I can speak like this to him? Because I am depending on Bhagavan. I am not depending on anyone. That is why I can speak like this. Because if someone is not connected with Bhagavan and is not depending on him for his maintenance, then surely he will don't want to displease such a rich person, because then there is chance that he will not give donation. So they are thinking to please such a rich person so that they can get donation. But Maharaj said, no, I am depending on Bhagavan. That is why I can speak like this. I don't need his donation, anything. I want his good, his eternal welfare I want. So this money problem is big problem. If someone is attached to this, then he cannot do devotion properly. One time in our Vrindavan mat also, some rich persons, they came and they offered big donation. And then slowly they start to control the brahmacharis. Then Gurudev personally told me. Then I had to go there and solve the situation, because they were inexperienced. They were being controlled by those materialistic persons. And Gurudev told me that same problem is there in some other organization. Same problem they have. They are controlled by rich people through donations. And then slowly devotion is lost. So perfected souls, Siddha Purusha, here Maharaj says, they cannot tempt this material wealth, and other temptations can never delude or intoxicate a Siddha Purusha. He cannot be swayed. But if one is not like that, and if he will only imitate realized soul, that also will not be good. Then this verse is from Bhagavatam. Noitat samachare jatu manasyaphi hi anishwara binashyati acharan maudyat jatharudo bdi jam visham. It is in 10th canto. Our Gurudev used to quote this. If an ordinary person foolishly mimics the behavior of a powerful master or god, demigod, he will ruin himself, just as drinking an ocean of poison, as Shiva once did, would annihilate any ordinary mortal man. We have heard that when someone is still in the early stages of chanting, he constantly commits offenses to the Lord's holy names. If nothing else, our attention is going away. So that is also one kind of offense. As a result of those offenses, he verily obtains profuse material wealth and fame, as well as abundant opportunities for sense enjoyment. And he even sees this affluence and recognition as signs of the Lord's favor on him. If he fails to understand that this opulence is the result of his offenses, and in fact an obstacle in the path of bhakti, and if he does not act cautiously, then the chances of him becoming Trinadapi Sunicha, that is more humble than a blade of grass, are very low and rather undermined. In this way, impediments to chanting the pure form of the holy name, Shuddhanam, arise. In actuality, no amount of wealth or luxury can dilute a self-realized soul, nor can they intoxicate him with vanity. Vanity means pride. Only one who is still gripped by anarthas should be fearful of these things. Supreme auspiciousness for sadhakas who are affected by sensual urges lies in poverty and being totally without possessions. Hence, abandoning all riches and opulence in favor of voluntary poverty shall prove propitious for the devotees, good for the devotees. That is why yesterday also we heard in the Bhakti Aloka from Chaitanya Charitamrita 64 kinds of devotion, there it is written, one should not earn too much or collect too much, only as much as minimum necessary for his survival so that he can do devotion. If he will collect more, then that will be obstacle to bhajan. And same thing is if less also, so as much as necessary for practicing devotion. Yes, here then Maharaj also is, I just remember, in this same way Narad Goswami also blessed those Nala, Kuver and Manigriv. You remember the sons of Kuver. They were very rich, so they were proud. Then they they took alcohol and they were enjoying with ladies, and they did not even pay respect to sadhu. So Narad Goswami saw it is not good for them, so he made them poor. He made them trees. That was his blessing. Otherwise they cannot be cured. Yes, gurus like Sri Narad never exploit their disciples for money on the pretext of bestowing eternal well-being upon them, as many corrupt gurus are known to do. Such flaws, which are self-evident in the behavior of bogus gurus, cannot be found in the character of gurus like Sri Narad. The Purana state, that is in Padma Purana, our Gurudev also quoted, Guravo Bhakava Shishya Vita Paharaka. Many gurus exploit their disciples for wealth. Genuine gurus are totally above envy. It is impossible for them to feel envy of another's competence as guru. Sri Narad and other genuine gurus are never seen contesting, like competition each other, scuffling over any highly educated, honorable or wealthy person, hoping to make him their disciple. Yes, they will. Nowadays this is happening. They are trying to get rich disciples, and if someone else will have a rich disciple, then he will feel envy, or they will try to grab. Competition will be who will get. So that is not actual service of Krishna. It is mundane thing. Service of Krishna is to bring souls to Krishna for his service, and that is those jivas who are sent to you by Nityananda Prabhu. Those who have Sukriti, they will be sent to you. And if you have 3 disciples, you have 3 disciples. You should not desire, I need 3,000. Otherwise, how I can live? There will be no donation. No. That is not service. There is some other target. Those who are wanting to do service, they will do what Krishna wants from them. nowadays they reserve already future disciples. Reserve. Like they come on Harikatha program and then they cannot immediately give initiation, but they will give some name, that this and this name, like as a reservation for future, you will become my disciple. That is not proper if done with improper motive, as a reservation. Also, I heard, I'm not speculating or making things up. I heard that one Maharaj was having program in some place, and at the same time some other Maharaj was also near. So some, they wanted that they can have together program, but certain sevaks or disciples of that one Maharaj, they did not allow. They said, if that another Maharaj comes on this program, then some people may be attracted to him, not to our. Then then disciples will go another direction. It is not good. So like this calculation is going on. But those who are real servants of Bhagavan, they know Krishna is maintainer, Krishna is protector. They don't depend on anything in this world, and they are doing only service of Krishna. They only want to bring jivas for the service of Krishna, to satisfy Krishna. Yesterday I told, like if one king's son is lost somewhere in the forest, then he will have to undergo troubles like begging and this, because he cannot find his way, he's lost. But if some minister finds that lost son somewhere in some village or forest, and he will tell him, why you are begging here? You are son of a king, you come with me, I will show you the path. Then he brings him back, then king will be very pleased to get him back, and also this son will be benefited, because everything will be available to him. Like that, bona fide guru does only this. He wants to bring jivas to Krishna for his service, so that Krishna will be satisfied, and this jiva, it is compassion for this jiva, will be rescued. So only this target they have, no any money and followers. This, they know Krishna is maintainer, he will give. Why I should think I need 10,000 disciples, then I can survive? It means he's not real guru. Depending on, means not even Sharanagata devotee. Sharanagata devotee knows this. Krishna is maintainer, Krishna is protector. So, on the contrary, when they meet another guru, especially one of a similar disposition and caliber, the profound camaraderie, that is friendship, they feel for one another becomes evident. Yes, they have friendship, not competition or envy. Then you know that Mrigari, hunter, surrendered to Narad and was practicing what Narad told him. And then with Parvat Muni, later Narad Rishi met him, and he was very eager to meet his guru Narad, and you know, he was very careful not to step on any ant. And also when giving Dandavat Pranam to Narad Goswami, he put one cloth on the ground, so that if he will like lie down on some ant, that ant should not be any harm to that. So he totally was changed. Before he was taking pleasure in seeing animals suffering. But now, by the grace of Narad, he totally changed. He could not tolerate, or he could not do violence to even any insignificant animal like ant. Such change happened. Then Parvat Muni was very happy and he said to Narad, you are Sparsha Mani. You can change people. Sparsha Mani can change iron to gold. Like that, bona fide guru can change one sinful person to God-serving person. Yes. Oh Hunter, it is not at all remarkable that you have developed such good qualities like non-violence. For those who earnestly take up devotion to Sri Hari never wish to inflict pain on others. The meaning of this verse is that once a person attains bhakti for Sri Hari, the desire to kill or hurt anyone, even a tiny ant or an insect, will not remain in his heart. Therefore, those who wish to attain bhakti completely avoid violence, even in the matter of eating and so forth. Then he received them both and he put asanas of kusha grass and also did abhishek of their lotus feet, Parvat Muni and Narad Goswami, and put that water on his head, and he was chanting Harinam with great love. And as he chanted and danced in front of his guru, his body trembled and hair stood on end and he began weeping. Means all these ashtasattvic vikar, ecstatical symptoms appeared in him. Yes. Parvat Muni was wonderstruck by the glory of Sri Narada's supernatural power to bestow divine love of God upon the living entities. He addressed Sri Narad as follows: Aho dhanyo si devarshe kripaya tat kshanat nicho pyut pula kolebe lubda koratim achute. It is from Skanda Purana. Aho Narad Muni, you are extolled as the sage among gods. By your grace, even a low-born hunter can instantly develop ecstatic symptoms like horripilation and become attached to the Lord. Thus, it is seen that Prema Bhakti is attainable by the effect of saintly association. Material gain, adoration, and fame do not find a place in any way in the heart of a person who has such divine company. This is certain. Even as the bogus guru instructs his disciple on the topic of Guru Bhakti, it is unbearable for him to contemplate to what extent he is actually qualified to be a guru. Indeed, there is nothing more painful for an artificial guru to contemplate. Therefore, we feel the utmost honor for the following words: Durlava Sadgurur Devi Shishya Santa Paharaka. That is the second part of that previous verse, that there are many bogus gurus who will take money from disciples. This is the second part, means, O Parvati Devi, rare is a bona fide guru who can truly end the suffering of his disciples. When I was in Croatia, I said that bogus guru will want to take money from disciples. But the real guru will take suffering from disciples. Then, and I said, by prescribing devotion to Krishna. But one devotee who was hearing, later she said, but I'm not experiencing this. And also I saw in other devotees, they got bona fide guru, but they were suffering so much. Also, I am suffering so much. It is not true what you said. Then I said, you did not hear carefully. I said, bona fide guru will take away suffering of a disciple by prescribing devotion. Here also Maharaj said, by ending his suffering. How is this possible? Guru cannot do instead of us, but bona fide guru will instruct us to give up sinful activities and engage in the service of Krishna. But if we don't follow, then what he can do? He did his part. He is like a doctor. He prescribes medicine, proper medicine. But if you don't take that medicine, if you don't follow, then what he can do? He did his duty perfectly, but we also have our duty. So as much as we accept the instructions of Guru, that much we will get all those results. One of which is all suffering will be removed. We see here, this hunter, he had full faith in Guru, and he was following everything what Nara told him. He broke bow. That was his only knowledge of any work in this world, and that was his only way of maintaining himself. But he, because Narad instructed, he broke that bow and threw. And Narad told him, you will have to come to this place and with one hat, Tulsi, and you will have to chant Harinam. Narad instructed him, then he did, then he got result. So how much we are following, that much will get result. The Guru will not do instead of us. Yesterday also I told that sins of disciples, they are transferred to Guru. But if Guru is doing his duty properly, then that will not touch him. That will be destroyed by coming in touch with him. He will not suffer. But if Guru is not doing his duty properly, he's giving initiation to faithless persons and for other desires, then when these disciples' sins will come, and also later on after initiation, if they will do sins, that will all come to Guru, and he will have to suffer, even fall down, because he is not real Guru, he is doing for some other purposes. But real Guru will destroy that. Yesterday when we heard that one should not take many disciples, we see this point in Chaitanya Bhagavat, when Jagai and Madai, they were so sinful that Chitraketu, messenger of Jamaraj, he could not find end to their, on the list, could not find end to their sinful activities. But it was shown there that by the grace of Nityananda Prabhu, they could change, and Mahaprabhu blessed, Nityananda blessed, then they changed, then it was shown that Mahaprabhu's body suddenly became very black. But Advaita Acharya liked to see that for him. He said, oh, now you are like Krishna. But the point was that all those sins, they came. Mahaprabhu showed, I am accepting all their sins. Then Mahaprabhu ordered, now you all do Sankirtan. And all devotees, they were doing Sankirtan. Mahaprabhu was doing Sankirtan, Jagai and Madai, all were doing Sankirtan. Then gradually, that black color of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu faded away, went away, and again Mahaprabhu became golden. So it was shown that bona fide Guru, by his own devotion to Krishna, he will not suffer the sins. He will rescue the disciple if disciple will follow, and he will destroy those sins. So, but if someone is not bona fide Guru and he will accept many disciples, then he will have to suffer for his bad actions. Our Gurudev explained this. If bona fide Guru is doing everything perfectly himself, he's doing for the service of Krishna everything, then no sins can touch him. Even if disciples, they will commit sins after initiation, still Guru will not suffer that. He will be sad to see, but he will not suffer those sins. Disciples will suffer because they are doing wrong, not Guru. But if Guru does wrong, then he will have to get that. So today is Srila Bhaktivedanta Trivikram Goswami Maharaj. Although he did not serve as initiating spiritual master, because he was in that mission, Gauriya Vedanta Samiti, Bhaman Goswami Maharaj was initiating. He was not doing this seva, but he did seva of like a Shiksha Guru. Shiksha Guru is same as Diksha Guru, same importance. So in that way, he was serving as bona fide Guru or pure devotee to help us attain devotion to Krishna. So today is his appearance day. I'm bowing down to his lotus feet and praying for his causeless mercy. Tomorrow we'll further hear Bhakti Aloka.